right? So we continue this conversation, right? And this is about becoming the 1%, right? Hey, people owe you money. They don't want to compensate you. They don't want to financially pay you. My hair tie up, right? I mean, I'm serious, right? People owe you money. They don't want to compensate you, right? They don't want to repatriate you. Repatriation is the word, right? People owe you money. They do not want to repatriate you, right? You know what's my stance on this matter? Change your way of living, right? Eating habits, everything included, drinking habits, eating habits, everything. Absolutely eliminate anything that would make you unhealthy in any way, right? Eliminate anything that would make you unhealthy in any way. And live long enough, right? To see these people die and you become the 1%, right? That's how you see when people have money for you, right? I'm talking about from an elite perspective. Me, I'm talking about a little few $1,000 you lend somebody, them a pay you back in your level of status and them kind of stupidness, right? I talk about massive fucking funds that's supposed to help you build wealth, right, for your generations, right? I'm not referring to your little friend who you lend a few $1,000 to and them a pay you back, right? I talking about people who owe you money that's supposed to help sustain you and future generations down the line to come, to liberate your entire family, right? And your descendants and their descendants, right? When people owe you money to liberate you, your descendants, your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your great great grandchildren, right? When people owe you money, right, to liberate that their entire bloodline, future and descendants to come, right? And they refuse to pay it, right? I have the solution to that. Live, create a lifestyle for yourself, right? Create a lifestyle for yourself, right? That would enable you to outlive these people, outlive their children, right? And you inherit the prosperity on earth that is supposed to be yours, right? That is my solution to that. That is solution to that, right? Live a lifestyle that would enable you to live long enough to see these people die, right? And you inherit the prosperity on earth that is owed to you, right? That is my stance on the matter, right? Here what? No stress. Leave your job, right? Leave your job so you don't have no stress. Two, stop eating anything that would create disease in your body. Stop drinking anything that would create disease in your body, not from a religious perspective or nothing, just from a health perspective, right? No stress. Do not stress yourself. Consider yourself stress free. You do not have a job, right? You're stress free, right? You're lying on lazy and whole day, you're stress free, right? Do not smoke, do not drink, do not consume meat, right? Not from a religious angle or you're playing holy, right? But because people owe you money, that's supposed to liberate your descendants and your descendants, right? People owe you so much money that your entire descendants, bloodline descendants, is supposed to be financially liberated, right? That is how much money they owe you, right? So you now, what you need to do, right, is to live long enough, right, to see these people die, right? To see these people die, right? Live long enough to see these people die, right? And you inherit, right? Naturally, you just inherit the entire world, right? And anybody could do it. It have nothing to do with what they want for 4,000. It have nothing to do with God. It have nothing to do with God's chosen, right? It have to do with, hey, right? Hey, these people owe me money, right? That's supposed to liberate me. The baby that I'm having, the baby my baby is supposed to have. And so going down the line, and it didn't do it, right? And they didn't do it. They didn't fulfill their oath, right? They didn't fulfill the contract, right? So here what, right? I got to rock back. Me ain't going through no fucking pain, right? I got to rock back, chill, and wait for all of them to die, right? In that ancestral bloodline, right? I got to rock back, wait, right? For every man jack to fucking die. And hey, I could just enjoy this place, right? That is my stance on the matter. Nothing more, nothing less. Because you so want to cling on, right? People so want to cling on. If I have 30 billion or 30 trillion dollars, why the fuck you keeping that in your bank or some crypto account or something for who? If you have that amount of massive fucking money, why it is you keeping that? Why it is you holding on to that? Right? People so greedy and selfish still on the face of this fucking planet is a shame. Right? So if it is that you own that massive amount of money, and just because the person you're owing it to is a different, as an Indian, use a white, or some fucking fuck up shit, use Middle Eastern and as Indian, right? Or you consider me Indian, but as really Trinidadian, I use white and as Trinidadian, and you owe me that money, right? And you're not paying it because of what you're my race, and you want to keep wealth within your race or within your whoever it is, right? Hey, well, here what I will wait until you die, right? And I will inherit what is mine. I'll wait until you die, and then I will use the little scraps in my savings, travel to your country, and inherit your country in addition to mine. Right? That's how I move in. Right? I go wait until you die, travel with the little scrap savings that I have saved up, right? To your country and inherit and take your country, right? In addition to mine, right? I not playing that kind of shit. Yeah, what? Right? I don't play that kind of shit, right? So I plan to live my life completely stress free, right? Completely stress free, right? Stress about nothing, right? So I go travel to all the countries sometime in the future, it will be soon, right? Emigrate to this quality, right? To a nice fucking I don't know, to the Maldives or something, right? And boot out every man jack from there. Because you know what, right? This thing getting real ridiculous. How come it is only certain people is be allowed to go to them places? Certain people is only had the resources to go to them places. How come only certain people is have resources to go to the Maldives, right? How come certain, and this is via inheritance and just, this is not even via working, right? How come only certain people has have money to go to the Maldives? So I don't want to go to the Maldives. So people in my country, so people in Lavender, so people all over the world, so people in Siparia don't want to go to the Maldives too, right? We want to go to the Maldives too, right? People in Trinidad want to go to the Maldives too, right? So whatever the name of the pronunciation I named is, and Seychelles, right? We want to go to them places too, right? So if it is you, consider yourself so fuck up. Well, if you are so fuck up, right, that you in the Middle East and you know, right, or you in America, you in England, and you know you owing me money, right, and just because as Trinidadian, you refuse to pay me that money so that I can distribute to my country, so I can distribute to the lower class in my country, right? So go to the Maldives and go to Seychelles, right? Then we will wait, right? We will wait.